Hey, folks, welcome to the webinar. I am thrilled to have you guys here. If you are in the wings or you're just signing into the Powersport Roundtable, we are absolutely thrilled to have you. And we've got a set of experts that are bringing the heat for you today. We've got Joe Iribarren is going to talk about some BDC stuff, right? Business Development Center. I've got Nathan Sanel. I believe you say it's Sanel, yes? Wholesaler. It's got some finance tools. I mean, he's just going to talk to us about inventory and money and just cool things on the sales end. I've got Jason. Jason Gearld is going to be with us. He's with Motorcycle Industry Jobs, and he might actually show you a handlebar or two during his presentation. But he's here to talk about human resources and how to bring the right people to the right position at the right time. And folks, we know that finding people is hard right now. But, you know, if you take a creative approach to it, sometimes there's some solutions for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And stuck in the wings, stuck in the waiting room right now is Andrew S. Oakes. So I'm going to disappear from the spotlight. I'm going to bring in Andrew. He's our stress coach, and he'll be talking to us today about trying to reduce our stress levels inside the dealership environment. If we could, I'm going to turn the spotlight over to Joe Iribarren for just a little bit. Joe, tell us a little bit about what you do at Go Beyond Creative and kind of what it's going to be about today, and I'm going to disappear and do some work in the back end.
Awesome. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? At least panelists give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Thanks, Kurt. Glad to be here again for another round of the Powersports Roundtable. My name is Joe Iribarren. I am the owner and founder of Beyond Creative and Dealer Lead Pro. And without boring you too much, essentially, the nutshell elevator pitch of what we do is we help dealerships do two things: generate leads on the internet so they can get more people through the door to buy more motorcycles or more wave runners or more side-by-sides, jet boats, you name it. We help out. We specialize on power sports, marine, and RV dealers. And then the second branch of what we do is lead management. Because we notice that there's this enormous kind of twilight area between when a lead online kind of clicks submit on a web form and then the time that they actually come into your dealership. And that twilight area, a lot of people don't understand because it's intangible. I would say that, the vast majority of sales associates don't really think it's a real lead because it's intangible. They can't touch it, they can't feel it, and up until it comes through those doors and they're like, oh, wow, it's actually a real person. So they're always going to tend to focus on what's in front of them, on the person that's in front of them. And so that twilight zone, that twilight area goes unnourished, it goes ignored. And what that translates into is that a lot of the advertising dollars and efforts that are being put into your lead generation are going down the drain, essentially. You could be getting more without even having up the ante on the amount you spend for lead generation. You could be reaping a lot more out of those current leads that you already have. So that's the second aspect of what we do. Simple way to break it down. We generate leads for dealerships and we help them manage those leads so that the leads have a great experience from the moment that they hit submit on your website to then getting them in through the door and getting that appointment. And that's what we help you out with. And my topic today for the day is going to be particularly on the lead management aspect, on what, some of us know as industry jargon, BDC, AKA Business Development Center. That's going to be the core focus of my presentation today, because a lot of dealers right now aren't necessarily struggling with generating leads because of the temperature of the market and inventory issues, but they have come to realize, oh crap, I'm having a hard time with my team following up and getting back to people. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give you some really important, strong takeaways of things you can implement yourself, relatively simple things, some of them a little bit more complex, but it's all good, that you can implement that is going to fix a lot of that boo-boo for you guys.
Cool. I'd like to welcome Andrew S. Oakes officially to the panel. We got him in, so that's a good thing. And Jason, if you would, just give us a short snippet, man, about Motorcycle Industry Jobs and kind of where you think you're going to go during your presentation today.
Thanks, Kurt. Um, well, we had a pandemic this year. I don't know if anybody saw that, and that has kind of thrown a real monkey wrench into the hiring of things. But I think what we do at MIJ feels like sometimes 2 clicks away from being as popular as going to your dentist. Hiring and looking for a job are never really all that much fun. So what I try to do, what we try to do with the company is make that just work better and easier for everybody. And it's unfortunately, there's never going to be, I say never, there may never be an easy way to be able to do this part of the job. So, but we try to, every day we're sitting here asking ourselves, how can we be of better assistance? And while we're not recruiters, we do work with recruiters, and we'll talk about that later. But I think, like I said, maybe just being able to offer some advice to dealers, because I know that, I see it every day, what people are posting, and I see their successes. I see when they don't have successes, and from a job seeker standpoint too. So,
you kind of hit on something right there, and we'll go through this when you're talking. But when you said, I'm not a recruiter, it reminds me of another group I'm in that deals with digital marketing, right? And they say almost every time they get together, they go, there's a difference between marketing and sales, right? So marketing's the pre-sale, and then sales is the transaction. And what I pick up from you is, I'm not I'm not sales, I'm marketing, right? Like you attract people, and then maybe the recruiter, lassos them in for the final kill or something. But and I said that in a really bad way. We're not trying to kill people, but you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that we create the right environment so that people understand. Like, I watch your stuff on LinkedIn, and it's like, I really like your approach to trying to attract people to a position, because it's more than just turning a wrench. You're like, hey, do you like riding off-road in Texas? They got lots of land. Go check it out, and it's like they picture it. I don't want to give it all away, but we'll let you talk about that when you do your thing. Andrew, I know you were kind of late to the deal here. Welcome to the Roundtable. Just a little snippet about you, what the focus of your talk is going to be on, and then we'll jump into Nathan for our first presentation today.
Okay. What I'm going to teach you today, I'm going to teach y'all individual techniques that you look inside of yourself to solve your stress, but I'm also going to take what I teach individuals. So my big deal is I help free people from the grips of stress, anxiety, and depression. That is my target. I'm hunting it. I want that to go. And I'm going to teach you how to utilize some things by looking inside of yourself, but also how this same kind of picture fits your dealership as well. So I'll apply it back as well to the dealership, and how an individual has capacity for stress as well as a business has capacity for stress, but I'll tie all that together.
And you know what? I mean, I know I look weird taking pictures of the screen and stuff, but there's reasons. When I invited Andrew to talk in the Roundtable this time, this came from a really solid place in my heart of wanting to pay it forward. I visited a lot of dealers in the off season this year. 2020, while it brought great opportunity and great floor traffic to the dealerships, it also brought a lot of unforeseen obstacles, like broken supply chains and getting replacement parts or getting things through service. And the stress levels just went up to here. And when I talked to a lot of dealers that were talking about potentially shuttering their businesses, in fact, a gentleman that I am very good friends with was talking just last year about putting the key in his door and walking away, right? And through making some small changes to his business and the way that he thought about his business, he stuck with it and ended up having the best year of his business's career. So this is one of those things where I think it's so important that we have someone that can talk to us about stress and stress management, that it gives us hopefully an opportunity to see that silver lining around the cloud, the opportunity within the obstacle, and the other cliches you hear me say all the time. So Andrew, I'm thrilled that you're with us, man. I'm looking forward to what you bring to it for us today.
Thanks for having me.
Just to give the viewers at home an idea of what the agenda is going to look like, and to kind of take the weight off the shoulders of the panelists. Nathan's going to be with us first. We're going to get him started in just the next minute or so. Andrew is going to go after Nathan, and then you're going to hear about HR, right? Because we're going to go, Andrew, take the stress out of your life, and then we're going to let Jason put the stress back in your life, talking about hiring people. Then we're going to bring Joe in to talk about the BDC, right? And Business Development Center and lead generation and lead follow-up. And then I'll bring it home for you guys with a talk on service and fixed operations. Nathan, how you feeling, man? Are you ready to take the spotlight?
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I'm definitely, when I first reached out to you after the last panel, I said, boy, I'd love to participate in this. I have a particular narrow area of knowledge in the power sports business. It's pretty deep and pretty focused. And I thought that perhaps it would be fun to be an expert on one of the panels. What I didn't realize until 5 days ago was that I'm going to be presenting, and I really didn't have and don't have an agenda, but I did throw together a presentation. I'm going to focus on specifically trade-ins, using